were concerned with the weather, and obviously it didn't hit, which is good, but we moved it up, and we got everything we needed to get done. I think tonight, and I told the offense, we got a chance to be pretty good on offense, but we were sloppy with the ball. The ball was on the ground way too much, and can't allow that to happen, especially down here in the red area. You got to score, and that's great for me. Play defense, but when you're the head coach, you got to look at both sides of it, and got a little sloppy. I anticipate tomorrow we'll have a good night. I think these guys will be ready to go. They're pretty fresh. They'll be their third day, obviously, but I think they're starting to understand the tempo that's needed and the focus you have to have in practice like this, because we don't mess around, we go, and it's constant. And young guys are starting to realize, okay, I got to figure this thing out too. So I just think we're at a point now that every time we practice, we get a little bit better. That's a good thing.
What are your plans for the scrimmage tomorrow night?
It's like we always do. They convinced me a little bit to do some tackling. But just when you watch it tomorrow, watch who's doing the tackling and watch who's not involved in that period. And I'll just leave it like that. But it's going to be an hour and a half, hour, 40-minute practice. We're going to sign autographs early for the fans, and then we'll get into it. There'll be a lot of situations, a lot of team stuff, some situations we can deal with. It'll be some third tempo, and then it actually will be some tackling. But it'll be tackling, but everybody's not involved. I'll say that.
You've been very involved with the corners, just mentoring them. And then you were talking tonight about a specific situation with Chase, and then it exactly happened on the field.
Well,
can you just talk about that?
Well, I'm a secondary guy by trade, and I visited with both. I go into meetings too. I mean, I'm always in the meetings with the players, and I pick my spots when I go in, and I just think that, everything we do in drills is designed, the situation's gonna come up in the game. And so that's what when we do those drills, when I'm over there with those guys at first 10, 15 minutes, it's all techniques that are required to play the position, whether it's a corner or a safety. Our coaches are gracious enough to actually let me do that. I appreciate that. But I just think you want to put them in situations so when it becomes that in the game, they've seen it before. And the more these guys understand that, I think the better they become.
How are you feeling about the corners in specific?
We've got some athletic guys, we really do. And I think now that they're kind of grasping the system a little bit more. And we're finding out too, I think for coaches, what certain guys can do. Because, as you know, this is one of those defenses that it's kind of a little bit of a quandary of how we line up and how we do things. But it's still predicated on the back end, on what coverages can we live in every week. There'll be a certain base coverage package we have, but then every week as we go into game plan teams, we'll have certain coverages. So every week you might see something different as far as the back end, how we play things. And it's important to figure out what every guy can do well so we can put him in a position to have some success.
You said the young guys. How do you feel to this point that they've been coming along?
Well, yeah, we have some young ones, and I don't like calling guys out, because then the other guys say, well, I didn't say my name, but we've got some freshman kids that you guys have got your practice. You see it flash. I'm not making this thing up. They're gonna help us, which is good. They're gonna help us. And I told them, I said, hey, I told them when we recruited, come in here trying to compete. You don't have to wait till you're a sophomore, junior to play for me. I mean, if you're good enough to play, you'll play as a freshman. So we'll see what happens.
Seem to be holding J.J. Wilson back a little bit in team action.
Yeah, a little bit, because Merlin is in there too, and we want to rest him some. We kind of know where he's at. He's been doing a great job being a leader. So, I think you'll see as this thing starts winding. I'm always reps in my mind. How many reps does the guy need? Nikhil kind of threes the same way. Okay, just some of our guys. I've seen enough. I kind of figure out who's everybody now.
How are you doing health-wise? We saw Slade was in a boot today.
Yeah, you know what? We had a walkthrough, and he just turned his ankle. I mean, it's a weird walkthrough. He turned his ankle, so he'll be out maybe this week. He should be back by Monday. But health-wise, we're actually pretty good. I mean, we're okay. I mean, and I think, like anything else, when guys are in shape, they don't fatigue. And that starts with our off-season program with Joe. We got him in good shape. And I think this too. I think practicing the way we practice in the evening, they got to really prioritize their day and get some rest, because that's what's going to happen on Saturday night. They get to do the same thing. I got to get ready to play a game, 7:30 at night. So, see what happens.